What's going on, folks? It's KspadeTheProspect. I'm back with another informational video for you guys, your NBA 2K players, your online multiplayer 2K players, and of course the crew heads. This time we'll be doing a comparison video. We're going to compare Jordan Rec Center to OG and crew. Alright? Now, from a long way, you could say these modes are similar, and they do have some similarities, and they have some glaring differences. Now, I want to say this before I get into the video. The aim of this video is not to push you guys one way or the other. You play whichever mode you enjoy, or if you like me, play both of them. But the only purpose of this video, the only aim of this video is to give you guys some details and some information so you can make an educated decision on which mode you want to go to. There are some differences, and these differences might help you decide which way you want to go. All right, let's jump right into it. Both of these modes are simulation style basketball in some type of gym or arena with 4 quarters, with rules, with referees, 5-on-5. All right. Now, OG and crew, you only need 3 human players to start a game. Jordan Rec Center, you're gonna need 5 players to start a game. Keep that in mind. Quarters. In OG and crew, quarters are 6 minutes long. In Jordan Rec Center, quarters are 5 minutes long. That'll be a quicker game. I really feel like the whole point there is they are trying to minimize wait times. And speaking of wait times, I should also mention that, of course, OG and crew is direct matchmaking. By that I mean when you get your team, you hit search, they find you a game, boom, you in a game. Jordan Rec Center, you still gotta wait. You gotta stand on the next spots. It is better because you got what they call squad spots. So whoever is the leader of the squad, if he gets a spot, his team gets a spot. No more all 5 of you having to sprint. Hurry up, get on the spot. Oh no, we got 4 of us, but not the last guy. You don't have to worry about that anymore. If your squad leader gets a spot, boom, the squad has a spot. Now, another thing that's gonna be a big difference, I feel like it's gonna be a big difference, it's the difficulty and slider setting. OG and crew will be superstar difficulty, simulation sliders. The Jordan Rec Center is superstar difficulty, but default sliders. Now, if you guys don't know the difference between simulation sliders and default sliders, I'm sure you could put that in the comment section. I won't even have to address that. I'm sure so many 2K players that watch this video, somebody will point you in the right direction. But that is something that you want to know. It is a difference. Now, I had a question. I wanted to know what happens when you foul out. When in an OG and crew mode, if you foul out, what happens is your player is removed from the match and you are returned to the crew locker room. Now, your player will still be there. He'll be taken over by the computer AI. You wait at the locker room. And of course, after that game is over, the team comes back to the locker room. You can rejoin the team at that point. I like that, because it used to be, if I'm not mistaken, if you fouled out, your my player had to leave and you just control the computer player. This year, you really got to watch all that reaching. If you foul out, you're out. All the way out. In the Jordan Rec Center, when you foul out, the computer AI takes over for your my player. You're still in the game, but you're like in spectator mode. And I think that's dope as hell too. You're there, you can see your teammates working without you. They don't kick you out of the match, but you're not playing. Now, if your team wins, because another big difference in crew mode in Jordan Rec Center, because crew mode is direct matchmaking. You search, you play a game, you win, you go back to the locker room. You search, you play a game, you win. Whereas Jordan Rec Center, the winning team stays on the court. So if you foul out, you're in spectator mode. If your team happens to win that game, then you can rejoin, or you kind of regain control over your my player after they win. If they lose, then you'll just join them walking off the court. Now, another thing that was a big area of concern for me was, of course, with crew mode, it's legitimate positions. So point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward. Now, you don't have to follow that rule to the T. We've seen guys, everybody who played crew, you've seen guys play small forwards at point guard, whatever. But there are positions. Whereas Jordan Rec Center, if you wanted to, you could take 5 point guards out there and be a team. So my concern was, how do you handle matchup? Before the game starts, can you look at their team, look at your team and say, I want this guy to guard this guy to guard this guy? And the answer is no, but it's not just a dead set no. The game itself has like an auto matching feature. and it's based on the height and the position, with more weight given to height. What I mean by that is, if you got, let's say somebody's playing with a 6'4" shooting guard and somebody on the other team is playing with a 6'9" shooting guard, even though they're both shooting guards, it may put the 6'4" shooting guard to guard the point, and it may put the small forward to guard that 6'9" guy. It's really gonna try to match heights. Keep that in mind. That's pretty dope. I mean, I would like it better if the positions themselves were actual positions, but I like that the game tries its best to match you to a player close to your height. That'll keep your point guard from being matched up with a center where he'll just get abused in the paint. So the last thing I wanted to know in comparison to these two teams was, if you're playing OG and crew and somebody has a connection issue and they get kicked, what happened? Of course, if it's anybody for your team still in the game, they have the option to finish that game with your players being controlled by computer AI. And of course, if they get the win, they get the win. If they get the loss, they get the loss. Now at the Jordan Rec Center, if someone gets booted during the match, what happens? Of course, the team would finish with computer AI there, but the got next spot will light up for one player. So if your team of 5 wins, maybe you had internet issues, maybe your ladies just came in like, all you do is sit here in front of this TV. Maybe you got one of those ladies. If your lady come in and give you hell about being on the game and she power you off, your team can still finish with the computer controlling your my player, but after that game is over, 4 of them will be standing on the court, and it'll be that one spot lit up right there for you to get a person. It'll be a got next spot. Of course, that person will be a random. And then I don't know. I mean, you can play the Jordan Rec Center as a random, as a one person. I don't know how often that'll happen. So that's a big question mark. The only way to really answer that will be to wait until this game drops and we really start to play it. But you might, maybe somebody be right there ready to jump on and run with your squad. Your squad might actually have to exit the court because you can't find that 5th person. Who knows? So I'm doing this off the head. I think this is all I have. Once again, like I said in the other video, if there's any questions you have in comparison to these modes that I didn't address in this video, feel free to leave that in the comment section. And if you drop something in the comment section and I don't see it, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter name is @KspadeTheProspect. If I don't have the answer, I'll try to get you the answer. So anyway, folks, that's all I got for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out the next time, y'all. Peace.